Good morning, everyone. Dr. Victoria Scarbo back from the road at the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. Today is Sunday, October 17th, and this is the astrology for today. And or if you happen to be in Australia and it's already the 18th and a Monday. So this is coming out a little late this morning because I just woke up after a whole day of traveling back from the Seattle area. What a beautiful experience that was, and I was so glad to share it with you guys. It actually made it extra special. Great seeing my friend Katie and her Bo. Seriously, that's his name, and that's what I call him, or Bo. And little Papa Baguette, the Dachshund. But it's really good to be home, and Michael picked me up at the airport, and we went out to a fabulous Mexican restaurant in East Boston and had mole. Love mole. Yum. And the most amazing coconut margarita. It was really good. I had that. He didn't. He was driving. But it was a great way to get back to this side of the world. So what's going on today in the stars? Well, as if everything, works out perfectly. For me, we have a Pisces moon. I love Pisces moons. As you know, I say it every time. And today the moon's in Pisces all day. It does make its conjunction to Neptune, as it does once a month. So it brings the Pisces flavor even more to the fore, as it were. Which is good, because the major aspect today is a square between the Sun and Pluto. The Sun-Pluto synodic cycle began back in January when those two planets came together in Capricorn, of course, the sign that Pluto was in. And it's 3/4 away around its synodic cycle. The Pluto is our unconscious desires. It is our desire for power in Capricorn. Well, it's our desire for power in any sign, but in Capricorn especially, because Capricorn is a sign of proper utilization of energy. It's a sign of building structures that are time tested. And so when the Sun makes its interactions with Pluto, those things get illuminated, because the idea or the purpose of the Sun is to focus and to illuminate, right? And so we have come, and to a certain extent, it's our relationship to power, right? So we have had a very interesting year in 2021. I can't believe it's already October, and now past the middle of October. So we really are in the waning point of 2021, and it's been quite the year. And the relationship, our relationship to Pluto, being illuminated today. The last quarter square, of which this is a crisis in consciousness square. It requires us to reorient ourselves to power, perhaps, to our desires. There's a rebellious streak to this. And, for some, we've worked really hard and to get to a certain point when it comes to this. And then we sort of realize that, it's time to reconsider. Reconsider. So we can see some power struggles. And of course, you can see this in the outer world. It's always reflected in the outer world. But everything in the outer world is something reflected from our inner world. So there's a place in your life where you're struggling with your sense of power and powerlessness. Now, I have had my share of run-ins with Pluto back in 2013, I think it was, 14. I had Pluto opposing my sun. And I had to come face to face with what I had control and power over and what I didn't. And the only thing I could do at the time, which is the only thing you can ever do with Pluto, is to surrender. And I did. And it was very difficult. It was a very painful experience, really. But once I surrendered, threw my hands up, the issues that faced me that seemed insurmountable, in their way, melted away. And I ended up, interestingly enough, just about getting what I wanted to get in the first place, but in Pluto's way, not in the way I thought it was gonna happen. And yet, my life is richer and better because of it. Now, it is not something that is fun in any way, shape, or form. It really does feel like, surgery without anesthesia sometimes. But not to say that everybody's going to feel that, but there is an intensity to the Pluto and, of course, the Sun combination. So, where in your life have you felt powerful? Is that still the case? Or are there doubts creeping in? Where have you felt powerless? And have you been able to turn the corner on that? These are some of the things that the Sun Pluto will bring up for us. So, and of course the Sun's in Libra. And so, what we want as individuals isn't always what the other may want, or even the collective may want. If we're in relationship with, we're in relationship with everything in our lives. So, well, I am going to, I don't want to get too close to the road because it's noisy. But one thing, I did miss my home. I missed my garden. I, of course, missed my Charlie and my Apollo, and of course Michael. But I didn't miss the noise. It was so quiet there. Of course, it was, we were kind of on a point on the ocean there. Actually, I think it's called the Salish Sea. So somebody was wondering where most of those videos came from, the back porch there. That was the Salish Sea, Salish, I believe. And it is sort of part of, I know it's all like connected to the Puget Sound and stuff. So it wasn't actually ocean. It's kind of like the water that runs between, it's like channels. I think it's called San Juan channels or something like that. So somebody did ask that question. I thought I'd answer it once I found out. Once I got the information. Okay, guys. So, so intense. But we do have that Pisces moon. So one of the benefits of a Pisces moon is that it can sort of bring you closer to the otherworldly thing and give you a really broad perspective. One of the values of Pisces moon is the fact that it is, as Pisces being the last sign of the zodiac, it is the most ethereal. And so you can sort of step back from the vicissitudes, I think that's the word, of life, and the harshness of life. And Pluto, Sun, can be pretty harsh. So if you need to sort of get in that alternate space, connect with spirit, it's a time when you can be very poetic, very inspired with the Pisces moon. Utilize that if this Pluto Sun becomes too intense for you, especially if you happen to have planets. Let's see, where is the Pluto Sun now? Around 24, 25, 26, 27 of the cardinal signs. I have my Saturn at 28, right on Pluto, United States Pluto. That's going to be fun. So while the United States is having its Pluto return, I'm going to have Pluto on my Saturn. So we'll see where that takes us, right? You'll have firsthand, up front. What does that mean? All right, let's, I think I'll end with my window up there, my stained glass window that I made for my wedding. All right, guys, have yourself a great day. Like, subscribe, and I will see you again tomorrow. Much love.